something on the salesy part of it. I wanted to really highlight how much of the speech you spent talking about the problem before you got to selling us anything. And if we hadn't read the agenda that said it was a sales speech, we probably wouldn't have known, especially in the first, probably 2/3 of the speech that you were selling. So I think that was actually really good that you made us all believe we had a problem before you got into telling us what the solution was. And so I think it's a really good technique. It sounded like you really cared. If you were really the salesman, you might have needed to spend a little more time on how easy it is to buy, or why this solution is better than other solutions that might be out there, or something like that. As a salesman, we might have had those questions. But you were really portraying that you cared about solving a problem for us, and that was more the focus of your speech. Yes?
The example that you provided at the beginning was about spamming your friends with email. And yet it seems to me that having a password stolen, and perhaps if that password is used in a financial site, your brokerage site, your banking site, the consequences can be much more serious. Adding somewhat more serious consequences to the motivation behind doing this would really make it a more powerful message and actually be of greater service to the audience, because this is real. It happens.
I'm not sure if people not in technology wouldn't know what they are. Out of band.
Out of band.
So it's like a jargon.
People outside of technology.
I don't know.
Right. Any other comments? Yep, sure.
The introduction could have been a little more crispy. Your introduction, when you started off, your hook could have been a little more shorter, because it looked to me that you had a little longer hook. I had to really focus to get to that. Oh, okay. Now I see the problem. Instead, could have made it shorter.
All right, thank you.
David, you get points for password hygiene. Thank you for that. Tal, where's Tal?
Yeah.
Why to bother? And you just should say, why bother? And you also said goals of doing actually sales speech. You probably got a little flustered there. Goals of doing a sales speech, I think you meant to say. And you said, I don't know, I'm sorry,
The tone.
You said introduction could have been a little more crispier. And you could say more crisp or crisper.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I get it.
I think crispy is a kind of a breakfast cereal.
David, also filler words, I didn't count, just a few repetitive phrases where you were trying to think of the word and you kind of started it. Don't you use a successful, it's encrypt, it's an encrypt. You sort of changed your mind. Tal, also some so's. Your favorite word is a, like an A. You had about 7 A's, and occasionally you took a the and made it into a they. So it was extending the word. And a couple of M's.